My host, the speaker of today, Peter, who is in charge of the non-financial services, will be able to talk about it later. We have a trip that is coming up for Dubai and China due to public demand. And my colleague Peter will be able to talk about it a little bit later on. We also have, as I also said, that this forum, the session that we are having, you can always get them. We have an online portal. Let's go on. We also have networking forums. We concluded this month. We have already done them for business people, whereby we call you for networking. You are able to gather with the experts in the industry because nowadays you can accept that you can agree with me that without networking, you cannot run your business effectively. Business has changed and you need to hook up with the different players in the industry. So without wasting time, I would want to welcome the host or the presenter for today. He's not new to us. He's the face of non-financial service. You cannot mention non-financial services cooperative bank without mentioning Peter Ndumia. He's the head of non-financial services. He's the one who coordinates this training. We are here because of him. The training that we normally have, the networking forum, the trips, he's the one who is in charge. So Peter, karibu sana, and take it up from there. Karibu sana. Asante.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mary. Hope you can hear me, Tim. And good to see you. Good to see you today. A bit of challenges as we started, but thank God that we are here and we are moving on well. Want to really appreciate everybody who have joined this session because this is where we meet every Thursday. And I think those who are there in last session, we were able to pick quite a lot of discussions, and we said the last 1 month we'll be talking about how to grow our business. And I think one of the discussions we had is how then do we leverage on the existing resources to increase our sales in our businesses. And I think we'll be having this conversation today. We conclude and we have a bit of one product, one other speaker will be telling us a tailor-made solution that we have for you, for business people. And so we are excited to see you again. Good to see that there are a number of us who are joining for the very, very first time. Allow us to appreciate them. I saw a number of them just say, this is my first time. I saw you, Godfrey Kimanzi. You said this is the first time. Welcome to this session. I saw a number of us who indicated this is the first. Yes, Edna Kebo, you said it's the first time. Benson, I saw you. A number of us have joined the session for the first time. I'm Stephen joining for the first time. This is Stephen Etiri, and we are happy to see you. We are happy. I know there are a lot of you who are joining for the very first time. You always get SMSs, you always get invites. It's just to say that we meet here to learn, to connect, and continue to grow our business to the next level. And just to highlight, just as Mary has said, we've been having this session every Thursday. And the reason as to why we do this is to connect and to take our business to the next level. And so, team, let's continue to appreciate those who've joined for the first time because we like being a community here, and we like making this room also very warm. We want to make this room to continue with engagements, questions and answer. Let's use the chat box to continue communicating to us. And so as we have just highlighted, we'll continue and we'll be concluding our discussion today on growing our sales in this particular series. How do we go to the next level in terms of what we are selling, and what are some of the best practices that we can use and implement in our business when it comes to promoting sales? And I think this is a discussion that we'll be having, and we'll be sharing another solution through Flossie, who is already in the room, to say that it's going to help us again to improve on what we are doing and what we need to go an extra mile to grow our sales. So so I see someone is saying the volume is same. What did we learn? What did we learn in the last sessions, especially for those who were there? We had a few discussion around handling our customers. What is that one thing that you did or you learned in the last session, so that we can pick that discussion from there and we can do a quick recap and we can do a conclusion before we talk about a new product I want to share today. On the chat box, that have helped your business, you implemented, you learned it in this session. Please let's reflect on the same that you learned from the last session and you're implementing. Just go to the chat box. Yes, I see you, Daniel Odido. You're saying sales mindset is one of them. I hope the team can hear me. Hope you can hear me well. Itoto, you're saying that you cannot hear me. I hope you can just need to get a thumbs up if we can hear each other well. Yes, so that we move together as a team. Yes, I see a thumbs up, hoping that we can hear each other. Yes, Daniel, you said you learned on sales mindset. Yes, one of the things that we agreed in the last session, that for us to move our sales to the next level, we must believe in positive mindset. We must believe in the products that we are selling. Yes, I saw a comment here from Everest Ondela. You saying importance of customer relations. Excellent. Thank you, Everest. Yes, we are many in the room. Let's chat. Let's use the chat box to communicate. We want to get all these items, and in case there's anything that you also implemented, it's very, very useful for us to highlight and acknowledge, so that then we are making sure that we are leveraging on the tips to be very, very practical. Yes, what is that other things that we learned? And in case anyone wants to share on the audios, I can give you the mic and you can just comment. So you feel free to lift your hand up. I can enable you to talk. Yes, just pausing for a minute. Pausing for a minute, we will proceed, having seen a number of you share what you've been able to do and what you learned and what is that you implemented, or possibly what you learned in the last session, to be very useful for us to acknowledge some of the things that we are learning in this session. Okay. Okay. And I continue to see a number of you saying that what business you're doing. John Muley, I had seen you. And all the best in your business. Tim, I'm just pausing for a minute as we wait to see what you've been able to learn so far. Yes, good. Now the comments are coming. Yes, Hinga, you're saying marketing on Google and cash flow. This could have been part of the session that we have had before. Thank you. And still, we had a discussion around using the cash flow and Google to market, and also to make sure that we have enough stock for our businesses. And as we continue to chat, is to say then, just to do a recap of some of the things that we discussed, because I can see we have quite a lot of people who are new in this particular session. We said that once we give good customer service and good experience to our customers, I think there are statistics around it. And the statistics are telling us that happy customers tell 4 to 5 people about the good services. Yes, so if we are to proceed is to say, we have statistics around that. The other thing we also learned is that unhappy customers tell 10 to 12, customers. Dennis, if you're moving with us, then also we agreed that women will tell 3 times more people. Okay, this is very, very critical. So you need to serve all these segments very, very well, because they will always continue to share all this. And then the other thing we agreed is 96% of unhappy customers will not tell you. They will quietly vote their feet with their feet. Okay. The other thing we agreed in this session is the speed of complaint resolution is directly linked to customer loyalty and retention. So you want to agree what are some of the things that you want to do to ensure that you are solving and you are resolving customers' complaints, because it is going to affect on loyalty and retention. That is very, very critical. Then the other issue that we are able to get is on some of the tips on dealing with customer complaints. We said that as we listen to customer complaints, listen actively, remain calm, be empathetic, concentrate on the solutions. So this is very critical, because as we serve customers, we'll continue to get feedback, and some of the feedback will be negative. We'll continue to get complaints. It is important for us to know what are the do's and the don'ts. And the do's here, we said, listen actively, remain calm, be empathetic, concentrate on solutions. And what then are the don'ts? What are some of the things that we don't need to do? As we get customers' complaints, we said, let's not offer excuses, let's not argue, let's try and be calm and just relax as we handle any customer complaint that comes along the way. Yes, proceeding on the other thing that we learned in the last session, just then to do a bit of quick highlight, that again, we need to prepare to sell in our businesses. We said we need to have two types of preparations. One that is for you and for your team, and the other one is for the premises. And for you and your team, you need to be up to date on the latest practices and industry information. We agreed that we need to know our products very, very well. We need to have that product knowledge for both us and also the employees that we have. And we need to know how to make sure that we have a positive attitude even as we serve the customers. We need to maintain our premises and ourselves clean, neat, and presentable in appearance. Yes, proceeding again is then how do we prepare for our premises even as we sell? I know a number of us have physical premises. What are some of the areas that we can prepare very well as we wait for customers? We said that our premises should be clear, bright signage, well branded, well lit, adequate stock. Very, very important, because customers will always buy where there are enough stock. Our premises needs to be neat and orderly. They need to be clean and dusted. There should be no litter or clutter. Use waiting time to organize and also to make cleanup. So we agreed again as a team, as we wait for customers, as we try to think of growing our sales, let's prepare when it comes to the premises and making sure that our premises are well lit and they are looking positive. They have well branded. They are no litter, and we are using the time that you don't have customers just to make sure that we are cleaning and we are reorganizing and making sure that the shelves are well dusted, and we also have enough stock. Good. So I think proceeding again on the same is then how do we handle complaints? So we had a very good discussion. I think we tried to close on this. And one of the things we said, we can take the heat out of customers' complaint. And how do we go about this? The first thing we said, we need to hear our customers very well. We need to empathize with them. We need to apologize, and we need to take action. This is very, very important. And one of the things that then again will continue to help us as we serve our customers and as we improve on customer experience is to say, let's share the learnings from the experience. So should you have experienced a challenge with a customer or a complaint, it is important to take note of the same and to keep a log of the same and to pick lessons that is going to help us to serve our customers better going forward. And we agree that we can take that as part of the ways that will help us to handle customer complaints. Again, as I said, we are just trying to say, how do we ensure that we increase our sales, and what are some of the areas that we need to do and to look out to as we handle our customers, because our customers will help to drive our sales up. And if we don't handle our customers very, very well, if we don't amaze them or wow them, then we'll have a problem when it comes to growing our sales, because we said customers will give us referrals and customers will continue to buy even in the future. So should we ignore the customer, then we will not grow in our sales. Great. I think those are part of the discussions that we had in the last session, just to do a bit of highlight. And again, then the next question is to ask ourselves, how do we implement these customer experience initiatives that we've just talked about? What are some of the formulas that we can use? And today we have just like 2 slides just to discuss and see how do we implement some of these things that we've talked about. What is that formula that we can use in our premises? And it is going to help us to make sure that we have looked at customer sales, customer service, and customer experience holistically, just to ensure that we have not left anything, not been attended to. And so the next part of the discussion is to say, how do we implement customer experience? And we have a formula here we call Cascade. This is going to help us on, total satisfaction. We call it the formula for total satisfaction. Okay, so if you have a notebook and a pen, it's important that you note this, that you can use Cascade. As you look at the slide ahead of you, you can see we have commitment, we have abilities, we have standards, we have communication, we have attention to detail, and we have excellence as part of the formula that we can use for total satisfaction. I want us to go to the chart and ask ourselves, what do you understand when you look at this? What is your understanding when you see Cascade? What are some of the things that you can pick before we pick each item and we discuss details? Is there anything that you can pick from the commitment, the abilities, the standards, communication, attention to detail, and excellence? Can you go to the chart just to have this discussion going on? Yes.
We have Tony. Thank you so much, Peter, for that recap that you've done. If you have already joined here for the first time, karibu sana. Please continue putting up your insight in the chat. We have Tony Airo from Rongo Town. You say you do property management. Karibu sana, Tony. So if you are in that town and you need those services, we have Tony. We have Wilson, who is doing agency banking in tents and chairs. Karibu sana, Wilson. So if you need those services, feel free to contact Wilson. So feel free to write your charts, write where your location, your name, whether you're joining us for the first time. We are having a very interactive session. And thank you, Peter, is reminding us on how to do effective sales. We learn a lot, and some of the things that we are learning, it's a continuous process. Some of them you may not be able to implement them immediately. Some of them you may not be able to get results immediately, like marketing. You keep learning. What we advise you is like Hinga, you say you learned on marketing, you learned on Google. And for those one, you keep learning. I said you get an expert who will be able to teach you. We have Benson. How can we navigate when dealing with a product that has lost demand due to forces beyond your control? Reason being government policy, worldwide demand, and currency fluctuation that make export not attractive to the players. The resultant effect is challenges paying your loan. Benson will be able to take your question, and Peter or the other host will be able to tackle it at the end of this presentation. We know there are challenges that come. There are those we call macroeconomic. Maybe they are beyond your control. You find that the Kenya shillings, like for example, the Kenya shillings keep on fluctuating. Like there was a time the shilling had hit 160 something against the US dollar. So maybe if you imported your goods around that time, and those people who imported afterward, you may find it not easy to compete. But I think Peter will be able to take that. We have Cyrus Jogu doing agency banking. Karibu sana. Today we have many agents. Karibuni sana. We have Ted Daniels. Greeting fellow business people. Karibu sana. We have Brian. Can we get the information through email, Brian? We normally have a portal where we post all this material, not just today's presentation, but the presentations that we have done. Remember, we started this a few years ago, and we have many presentations there. We'll be able to share the portal at the end of this presentation, where you are able to get all these materials. So feel free to log into that portal and get the presentation. You can listen in. Maybe sometime you might find you miss out on some materials, but don't worry, because at the end of this presentation, we'll give you a link whereby you will be able to get those materials. I think we do not have any other chat. Keep following closely. If you have any concern, if you have any question, if you have any contribution, remember we said that we are business people, we are experts in our own fields. So keep posting those chats there in the chat box, and one or two might be able to learn something from you. So don't shy away from contributing. In case you feel like you want to contribute, just feel free to contribute. Thank you. Peter, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mary, and thank you, customers, again. I hope now I'm audible enough. Yes, it's to say, Benson, I see your question that how can we navigate when dealing with product that has lost demand, maybe due to external forces. And I think one of the things we agreed is that in business, I think, is dynamics. And as we were coming up with a marketing plan, one of the things we tried to come up with as a model to help us analyze some of the challenges and opportunities that we have in business, we did the SWOT analysis. And in SWOT analysis, we said these are the strengths that we have for businesses, these are the weaknesses, these are the opportunities, and these are the threats that we have. And we agreed that some of them are really not beyond our capability. And one of the things we agreed is to keep on checking what are the strengths that you have as a business person. What are the weaknesses that you have as a business customer? And in this particular case for Benson, you have a product that are already been affected by the external factors. I think in my own thinking is to check on whether there are opportunities to sell your products very fast and you diversify to another sector. Yes, as we check and we continue to look at the trends that we have and what are the demand factors for the products that we have, maybe we want to also assess what are the phases that we are in these particular products. Because if we have reached to that phase where then we are seeing declines in the sales, we have seen our products start to stagnate and there are no growth. I think it's a question of us trying to check, can I give the products that I have on discounts and you diversify and you see whether there are opportunities that are within the same business that you have. So I have seen in some cases where someone just pivots a little bit to sell a different product that is even selling more than what you are selling before, based on market trends. And I think for business people, we realize that in some cases we see a lot of discounts, and we are told, come and buy two and you get one free. So we get discounts of maybe 50%. Is there an opportunity for us to sell those products that are not really, moving in our shelves? And we do away with that, and we look forward to get products that are moving. I think the other thing also and we need to check in our businesses is the cash conversion cycles for different particular products. What are those products that are selling fast and those products that don't necessarily sell very, very fast? So we need to, again, check on the same so that we know this is a product that should be staying here in the next 1 or 2 months, or maybe in the next 3 weeks, and we'll still have a profit margin once we sell these products. So I think there is a need for us to also score or segment some of the products that we have. If this is a product that have overstayed in our business, can we have an option of disposing that particular product? And we highlight or identify the products that could be more fast moving. But I think, Benson, this is a discussion that we can have just to also understand the nature of your business, trying to deep dive. And I was in a session somewhere and someone said, in the existing business that I am in, I am starting to see, or I'm now seeing, opportunities within the existing opportunity. If I repeat that, is to say, you are in a certain business that you've been doing for long, but have you also identified an opportunity within that business? Are there products that you can cross-sell in addition to what you've already been selling? So it's a discussion that maybe we want to look at and assess the solutions or the products that you have and agree, do I sell this product with minimum or with minimum price, and I do away with them and I start diversifying. Now, when it comes to paying your loan facility, because as you do this, you still have maybe loan facility that you're paying. The question here is, are you also communicating to your relationship manager or your branch manager on your business dynamics at that particular period? Why? Because we also have solutions for those customers who have struggling loan facilities. So should you be in that level where you want to restructure your loan facility because of some challenges that are unforeseen, and you want to increase your repayment duration so that then your repayment amount is slightly lower, then it's a discussion that you can have with your relationship manager or your branch manager so that they can support you all this information. Okay, so I think I hope I have tried to handle some of the questions that are there. But I think the other thing is to say, to continue with this discussion, how do we ensure that we keep our customers satisfied all through as we serve them? And I think there's a formula that I wanted to introduce to us today that is called Cascade as you go down. So, and Cascade here in terms of commitment is to say we need to be committed totally in terms of the customer service, both collectively and individually. So I think it's just a matter of us knowing that one of the key competencies that we need to have as a team is we need to be very committed to offering excellent customer service and customer experience. So it should be well understood. It should be the first thing that we need to have a discussion with your team. Number 2 is on abilities, is to ask Sorry. Today we seem to have an issue with our network. So again, just to continue with this discussion, is to say, are we able, in terms of the skills that we have that will support our customers? And number four is on the standards. Do we have state standards that can be measured in terms of how we offer services to our customers? Have we agreed and said that for us to serve our customer well, they need to be served within 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 3 minutes? So do we have standards again for this? The other thing that is very, very important is on communication. Are we communicating, and do we have a good communication that is also going on with our customers, that they understand the timelines and the service level agreements that we have with them? So it's good to have constant communication with our customers. Are we giving attention to details to the customers in terms of how we serve them? Yeah, do we give them enough attention? And do you also make sure that there are no details that we are leaving even as we serve our customers? So this is very, very critical. And lastly, is also to check on the excellence. Are we serving our customers with the excellence? And what does excellence look like when we say that we have followed the commitment, the abilities, the standards, the communication, attention to details? What then is excellence looking like? So when we do all this, when we do the good commitment to our customers in terms of offering the services, when we have good skills, when we have set standards and measurements of the levels of services that we offer to them, when we communicate to them well, when we are very attentive to details, then we have what we call excellence in terms of the customer service. And so we can use the cascade formula just to help us to ensure that we are offering total customer satisfaction. Now, the other key thing that is very, very important, again, as we do customer satisfaction, is to say, the quality of our products and services, meeting what customer needs. So have we checked again on the quality of the products and the services that we offer to them? Have we looked at people, attitude, and the behavior and competencies that they need to have as they serve the customer? Again, this is going to help us with total customer satisfaction. So very important that we can also look at cascade as part of the formula that we can use to offer customer satisfaction. So proceeding again then is to ask ourselves, how do we ensure that, how do we ensure that we review this? How do we ensure that then we implement this? Because today we wanted to talk about implementation. Having gone through the skills, what is the implementation going to look like going forward? So Dennis, if you can take us to the next slide. If we can go to the next slide. Having gone through all this in the last 2 or 3 sessions, we need to review the notes. Yeah, we need to review the notes that we have had. We need to share with the team. We need to set and implement goals to improve sales and services. Do we have goals? Do we have set sales targets and services level agreements that we have with our team? We need to have this as part of the next steps that is going to help us on implementation. Then the other thing we agreed is to review regularly and keep on improving. So we agreed that we cannot have this product and we believe that the product that we have is the best in the market. We keep on checking on whether this is the best service that we have in the market. We keep on checking whether the way we offer the product, if we've been offering this product through our shelves, is that the best way that we can offer? Or we can go an extra mile and even do online, as part of distribution channels that we can use to market or even to distribute our products. Can we even improve on the way we are delivering the products, maybe even closer to the customers that we have? So I think those are part of the things that we need to do to ensure that we are implementing and we are reviewing regularly on what we have so that we can keep on improving the services that we have to our customers. Lastly is to say where we have achieved, especially when it comes to the sales, where we can say we have achieved in terms of good review from our customers. Remember, these days, customers are really giving us a lot of feedback, even on the Google. I'm sure even when you want to travel to a certain place and you're not sure about, say, a hotel that you want to stay, you'll be looking at the reviews on the Google or online. So once we see that we are achieving and we have some positive feedback from our customers and we can see that sales are growing, it is always important for us to share your success with your team and also use those ones as part of the testimonials that can help you to market your products. I think that's one of the things that we agreed in the last session, that we can leverage on the previous successes. We can leverage on the testimonials we have from our good customers to help us market, to use that one as testimonials, even on our website to promote whatever we've been selling. So I think those are some of the notes that we agreed, and this would help us to implement well and learned notes in the last 3 sessions. And this is just to say, let's go ahead and think implementation. We have had a lot of discussion around marketing. We have had a lot of discussion on sales and some of the tips that we can use. What are some of those things that you can pick and highlight? You may not pick everything, but you can pick 5 items and you say, for my business to continue to improve and offer good customer services and to grow the sales, these are the things that we can pick and we can start implementing. So I want to pause here for this and just check on the chat and ask Mary to check anything that could be a question, and also find out what will you immediately apply from today's training or even in the last 3 sessions. So I want to hand over to you, Mary, to have this discussion. Thank you.
All right, Peter, thank you so much for that. You are giving us very, very good insight on how we can manage our business effectively. And I hope that our customers out there are learning. We say that ensure that when you come here, don't end this here, because every day we are learning. And if you don't learn new knowledge, you might find that you are coming out of. Are you hearing me? Please confirm whether you're able to hear me. You might find that you are being thrown out of business because people are coming. Competition is very stiff. There are so many people who are running similar businesses. So if you don't up your game and you do not come up with the new ideas, new ways of doing things, you might not be able to compete effectively with your competitors. You know, there are people, even if you're the only one running a business, few years down the line, you find that the similar businesses have similar business has so many people out there. So you have to be on top of the game for you to ensure that you maximize on your sales and you maximize on your profit. So those insights are very important that we are learning. Ensure that you apply them. Customer service is key, because if you don't handle your customers effectively, then you'll be thrown out of business. Remember, today social media is out there, and one thing can tarnish your name. So ensure that you are always there. For those people who are advertising their businesses online, make sure that you check on the comments that customers keep there. If customers give positive, negative review, for example, ensure that you handle them and communicate effectively, because there are those people maybe who will go out there before I buy something. You want to check on the review, you want to go to the comment section and hear what customers are saying. So if you do not respond to your customer, then you might be losing out. We have a customer by the name Guto who is asking, how do you handle hard customers in order to ensure customer satisfaction. Some customers are abusive. How do you handle this difficult customer? Because as this, you will get all manners of customers. But as Peter said, if a customer is abusive, I think the best thing, in my opinion, is for you to be calm. The best way to handle a very difficult situation, especially customers who are confronting, be calm, apologize maybe if you are the one on the wrong, be calm, but try to calm down, because when you calm down in a heated argument, you find that this customer will always calm down. Don't try to argue with a customer who is agitated, even if they are the one on the wrong. My advice is that you be calm and give them a chance to talk. Then after that, you may be able to explain to them. If you are the one on the wrong, be follower, because you find that these customers that we call difficult customers, they turn out to be the best customers. So do not dismiss anyone, do not profile anyone. Just teach yourself a little bit of calmness, and I think in that way, you'll be able to handle that situation. You can always refer, maybe if you are 2 or 3 of you, you can let maybe somebody else to handle that customer. There are customers who you find maybe they prefer this person or the other one. Let them go with their preferences. Do not force to serve a customer if they maybe do not want to be served by you. But with time, as you show them that you are calm, you find that they accept. The other thing that we have is Faith. You are saying that do you normally finance a new starting business without security? We normally finance customers to expand their business, but I would advise Faith maybe to visit our nearest branch. We'll be able to give you a contact, and we'll be able to advise you on how best we'll be able to finance you. So at the end of this training, we'll be able to share contacts, we'll be able to advise you on the best way possible, whereby you get help on how we can finance your business. Yes, we have both secured and unsecured facilities, but for more detailed conversation on this, Faith will be able to give you contact on where you can visit. I think those are the comments that we have so far. Unless, Peter, you have anything else, keep sending your chats, keep writing in the chat box so that we learn from each other. If you have any question, please type it and we'll be able to attend it to it. Thank you.
Thanks, Mary, and thanks for those comments. Yes, and let's continue wowing our customers and amazing them. We agreed in the last session that where customer need is met or the expectation is met, that is what we call customer satisfaction. But when we exceed their expectations, then we delight them. And we want to continue delighting our customers. We want to ensure that we are giving them beyond what they expected, because they're going to help us with more sales, more referrals, and they're going to stick to us, as opposed to them looking for options in the competition. I think just to drive this conversation to the next level is to ask ourselves then, and this is one of the areas that we believe will help you to increase sales in your business. Do you have enough stock for your business? And then a number of us have been asking us this question: do you have unsecured loan facilities for your business, for our businesses? Yes, do we have unsecured facilities for you? And I think one of the things we understand, we can unlock ourselves and our potentials in our businesses to the next level through some of the tailor-made solutions that we have. And I think today we just want to highlight this product of COP stock financing as a product that I think is very, very tailor-made for some of the business people that we have, and it should be able to sort most of the challenges that we have when it comes to security, to high interest rates because you can pay within a very short time. And I don't want to preempt because we have the expert here, Flossie. Flossie, if you can hear us, you can come on camera and just do a bit of introduction. Flossie Chelagat, just a minute, Flossie, you should be able to, yes, you can come on camera and you can put your mic on. Flossie?
Yes, Peter, how are you?
Ah, good. I see you. Yeah, so today we are talking about how to grow our sales, Flossie, and one of the things that we agreed is that we need to have enough stock. You need to take this conversation to the next level. How has the bank come in to support the business people to have enough stock without a lot of challenges, and are we offering some tailor-made solutions for them to access stock? So Flossie, you can introduce yourself, and if you are not able to continue being in the camera, you can go back and just do the presentation, and Dennis will be taking us to the next slide. Flossie?
Okay, thank you so much, Peter. My name is Flossie Chelagat. As Peter said, I support trade finance at Rift Valley region. And maybe shortly before I start the topic, maybe to briefly explain what I do mean by saying I support trade finance. Trade finance is basically the solutions that as a bank we give to our customers to ensure that we facilitate that trade business, that exchange of goods and services. And these solutions can be in form of financing or instruments that are going to facilitate that transaction. And these instruments could be the bid bonds, performance bonds, bank guarantees, advance payment guarantees, and also the financing parts includes the LPO financing, invoice discounting, stock and distributor financing. So those are basically some of the solutions that we do support at trade finance, and that's what I champion at Rift Valley region. So today, in this particular session, we are going to speak into stock financing, which is a very exciting solution for our customers. And as Cooperative Bank, we have solutions to support the MSMEs, that is to support them with value chain solutions that match the pricing and the cash conversion cycle. This one means we are looking at your margins as a business person. What margins is every business getting? And also the time that it takes for you to convert the stock into cash. And we have identified 5 key sectors in our economy that represent 90% of the normal trade within our economy. And these sectors include fuel. And fuel here, we mean the petrol stations. We mean even people who do distributorship of fuel. Someone is saying I'm breaking. I don't know whether I'm audible now.
Flossie, you are audible, but you just need to be closer to your mic and possibly,
okay.
yes, add your voice.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you. But you need just to be closer to the mic and increase your volume. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes, so as I was saying, we have identified 5 key sectors, which include fuel. These are the petrol stations. We have building and construction, which includes the contractors. We have the agrochemical sector. These are the agrovets and the agro dealers. We have pharmaceuticals. These are the chemists and anyone who does distributorship of pharmaceuticals. We have also the food and beverage sector. These are people who deal with the fast-moving consumer goods and accessories, which these are electronics and even clothes business. So these are the 5 key sectors that we are financing in, when we say stock financing, these are the 5 key sectors that we do support with this particular facility. So why stock financing? And what is stock financing for this case? So stock financing is it is basically a cyclical or a revolving working capital solution. Revolving in that every time we pay for you an invoice, once that time lapses, you pay back, and then it comes back again, the facility is available again, you bring another invoice, and we are able to pay for you. So this facility is based on the industry margins, and it facilitates the MSMEs to acquire stocks for their business and to repay at an agreed later date. So that means we will always facilitate the payment of your stocks. You bring us invoices, we pay the supplier directly, and then we give you some time to pay the stocks, to sell the stocks, and then after you're through with selling, the period is over, you pay us back, and then now you can bring another invoice, we pay. So why stock financing? The reason why we are advocating for this facility is because it enables the trader to pay for the various products they trade with and ease you the pressure on the working capital. So it will ease the pressure that the supplier gives you, because most of these suppliers, they give you the goods and then they want you to pay, and sometimes you may not have ready cash. So as a bank, we have done this tailor-made solution for you to ensure that we ease that pressure on your side by paying for you the goods on time. The second thing is that a trader can pay for the stocks on time to ensure consistency and avoid stockouts. If there is any risky thing for a business person is not to have stocks on the shelves. An empty shelf is a stress on the business person. And that's why as a bank, we've come in to ensure that your shop is always fully stocked, and you do not have the challenge of stockouts, because every time you present an invoice to us, we pay for you instantly, and we ensure that your stock is always full and they are delivered on time. Another advantage of this stock financing is that there is a minimized diversion, since payment is against invoices and made directly to suppliers. So at least we'll be able to ensure that you pay directly for those particular goods. If we've agreed that you run a hardware, you want stocks, hardware stocks, we will pay directly to the supplier, to your supplier, and the goods will be brought to you, other than just giving you working capital cash, and then you find yourself maybe paying fees for the same, or putting up a property, then at the end of the day, you're unable to pay back. So this particular facility will ensure that the money that we pay for you goes to the intended purpose, and thus there is no diversion. Pricing also is relatively low pricing compared to the other conventional loans, because the pricing for this facility is tailor-made to suit the margins of your business. So each and every business in the 5 sectors I just mentioned has its own pricing depending on the period that the stocks take, and also the margins of the business. So you'll find that this stock financing is cheaper compared to the other solutions. Tenure also, this facility is suited to the cash conversion or working capital cycle, thus enhancing sustainability. So we have different tenures, we have different repayment periods, that's what I'm saying, depending on the cycle that your business takes. We have some goods that once you stock, within a period of 7 days, those stocks have been bought off. There are stocks that take 30 days, there are stocks that take 14 days, there are stocks that take 60 or even 90 days. So we have made this solution to suit those particular cash conversion cycles, so that we give you an ample time to sell those goods and be able to pay us back once time is due. So it is very convenient product in terms of the tenure that your products take on the shelves. In terms of accessibility, it is time bound and efficient in terms of delivery, in that the day you present to us the invoices is the same day you are going to pay your supplier, and you'll be able to receive goods on time. So unlike the other solution, this facility is very good in that we ensure that your stocks are always delivered on time, because we always pay your supplier the moment we receive the invoice. We forward, we process that invoice, we pay the supplier directly. As long as the invoice has the details of the supplier, the account to be credited, we'll do that and ensure that the monies are delivered to the supplier. And once the supplier receives the money, we'll be able to get the goods. Next slide, Dennis. Now, who qualifies for stock financing? All traders qualify for stock financing, be it a hardware, as long as you're in a stock business. As long as you do stocks, you qualify. This includes the hardwares, the wholesalers of whatever product, whether you're dealing with consumer movable goods and any other goods, we'll always support. Distributors, chemists, agrovets, agro dealers, petrol stations, second-hand dealers, and even people dealing with LPG gas. We have Coca-Cola distributors here. They are all included. What are the major sectors involved? These sectors are building and construction. This involves the contractors. We have agrochemicals. These are the agrovets and the agro dealers. Anyone in agro business, as long as you're dealing in stocks, you qualify for this particular product. We have people who are in pharmaceuticals, people who sell human drugs, people in labs, even clinics. We also do facilitate. We have food and beverage. These are fast-moving consumer goods. If you're in that business, you qualify for these exciting products. People who are who are in fuel business, these are the petrol stations. We have LPG gas and even lubricants. All these are candidates for this particular product, and will be able to pay for your stocks and give you time to sell them. And as I said, each of these products have their own cycle, cash conversion cycle, and they have different repayment tenures depending on the period that your stock takes before they are sold. How are customer limits determined? So for us to determine a limit for you, we look at your average 6 months account turnover with Cooperative Bank. But if for someone who has not been banking with us, we can always treat it as an exception and be able to analyze your statements from another bank and see how best we can support you by giving you this facility and ensure that you have stocks in your shop. So what is the tenure of stock financing? We have a maximum of 90 days for goods that take longer in the shelves. We understand, as I said, if you look at these sectors that we've talked about, for example, the period that fuel takes from the time you stock fuel, it takes a very short period as compared to someone who has stocked iron sheets, who has stocked some of the agrovet products, they also take a longer time, like fertilizers, like farm inputs. So we have different period of repayment periods depending on the stocks, as I said. So we have a maximum of 90 days. And for fast-moving consumer goods, this is fuel and Coca-Cola distributorship, and some of these fast-moving consumer goods take 7 or 14 days. What is the pricing of stock financing? So we have 0.3%. This is for fuel. We do 0.3%. This is for 7 days. So if we pay for you stocks worth $1 million for a week, you will pay 0.3% commission, no additional interest. That is just a commission we will charge. For other businesses, we do 0.5%. This is for 1 week, especially Coca-Cola distributors. We do 0.5% for 1 week. If we pay for you stocks worth $1 million in a week, you'll bring it back with a 0.5% commission with no additional interest, or 1% for 2 weeks. That's one and the same for Coca-Cola distributors. And for fast-moving goods, it's also 1% for 2 weeks, fast-moving consumer goods. And for the other sectors, because those ones take more than 2 weeks, that is, they take a month, they take 2 months, they take 3 months, depending on the period that your stock takes, we'll now charge you interest, monthly interest. We'll prorate interest for the period that you take your loan. And we'll have a one-off appraisal fee of 2.5%. That is a charge that will be done once in a year, and then the facility will be available for the whole year. Remember, we said it is cyclical or revolving. So once we have the limit for you to be available for the whole year, now it will be revolving for either a week or 2, a month, 2 months, or 90 days, depending on the cycle that we just talked about. That is the cash conversion cycle. This is a breakdown now of the sectors that we just talked about, stock finance for traders. Now, when we talk about hardware, building and construction, we mean these are people who are doing cement, paint, mabati, nails, timber, all those goods that a hardware person sells, including sand, ballast pipes, and all that. So we'll charge 0.3%, 3.5% commission for a week, and that is the charge for Bamburi only. For people who do cement for Bamburi, we do 0.33%. And for someone who takes more, if you take goods for all these goods, if you take like paint, mabati, you see these ones take a longer period. So we'll charge you the 2.5% appraisal fee once a year, sorry, and then we'll now be charging interest for every month that you take the goods. So depending on the months that you take, we'll always prorate the interest. And if you need a bank guarantee, we'll charge you 2.5% commission per annum. So the same thing applies to the other sectors, that is fuel, LPG, lubricants. These are people who deal with, these are petrol stations. That one, because of the margins, we understand that the margins in this sector are very minimal. So we do 0.5% flat commission. And on this sector, the bank guarantees will charge a special rate of 2% per annum. For pharmaceuticals, these are people who deal with medicine, syringes, surgical equipment, prescriptions, and several other goods that pharmaceuticals deal with. The cycle goes for 30 to 60 days. And because of that cycle, we'll charge you a 2.5% per annum appraisal fee. And then the interest will be prorated depending on the period you take. And a bank guarantee of 2.5% per annum also. For food and beverage sector, that is processed foods, the snacks, drinks, and packaged products. These ones are fast moving, just the way the name suggests. It takes 1 to 2 weeks for those goods to be sold off. And these ones, we only charge a commission of 0.5% flat commission. So there is no interest charged here. And in case you need a bank guarantee, we'll charge you 2.5% per annum. So for agrochemicals, these ones we understand they take some time. This include the fertilizer, pesticides, herbicides, agrovets, seeds, etc. So these ones, they take a longer period. They take from a month to 75 days. These ones will give you, we don't do commissions here, we'll charge you interest. And we prorate interest depending on the period that we give you. If you want a month or 2 or even up to 75 days, we prorate interest and we charge 2.5% one-off at the point of drawdown. And for instances where you need a bank guarantee, we'll give you at 2.5% per annum. So those are the major sectors that we work with. And these are the areas where stock finance is relevant. And we've been supporting our customers. So many customers have embraced these products. And as we were saying before, why stock finance? Because it saves your time. It is ensure that your shop is always fully stocked, and it eases you the pressure of the supplier demanding for payments. And we give you an ample time for you to sell, and then you pay us back. So we also have accessories. Accessories are it includes second-hand clothes. We have spare parts. We also have electronics. We also deal with those particular goods. The cycle is between 30 to 60 days. We'll always charge you interest. We prorate interest depending on the period that you have taken. And bank guarantees on this sector also is 2.5%. So what are we saying here? We're kindly requesting you, our customers, to open an account with us and bank with us for at least a minimum of 6 months. But remember, I said if you do not have an account with us and you've been banking elsewhere, do not shy away. Just walk into any of our branches, and we'll be able to analyze the statements from the other bank where we've been banking and see how best we can assist you. Also ensure that you bank consistently and increase your cash flow with us, because in this we'll be able to see how your business operates. We'll be able to know at least your trading levels, your cash flows, and see what amount, or rather what is the best stock finance amount that we can give you that is going to ensure that your business is fully stocked. And we have a very interesting facility called a trade credit line. This is a facility that will be interavailable for all your business needs. A credit line is more of a headroom. We can always mark for you so that today you may be interested in stock finance. You may be a contractor, because as I was talking about the sector, as I said, we also have building and construction. Today you may be in need of stock finance to stock your goods. Tomorrow you want a bank guarantee. The other day you want an LPO financing, and so many other facilities. So it will be very important for you to have a credit line, so that when you will just be coming for a facility today, we mark for you stock financing. After a week or two, you say, now give me an LPO financing, give me a bank guarantee, and all those other facilities. So we will not need to be doing fresh appraisal, will not need to be asking you, bring security, bring the application and all that. Once you have a credit line, will only be coming to place a request for the facility that you want to be drawn at that particular time. So we advise you, our customers, to always have a credit line so that it will be able to assist you to get the facility, the other facilities within a very short time. Another call to action is to ensure that you utilize and pay as per the working capital cycle. If we give you a limit, of 60 days, for example, we have paid for you your stocks. Now, once we pay for you the stocks, you'll always you will find that you have a lot of cash in your shelf. So do not be tempted to divert that cash and do something else. Ensure that you continue banking and pay during when the time lapses, and ensure that you utilize that facility as stipulated, so that at least you can have enough cash to do other things in your to ensure that you're running your business smoothly. So that is it, unless there is a query. Back to you, Peter. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Flossie. I think you for that detailed and well presented presentation on stock financing. Please let us put our hands together as we appreciate Flossie for that detailed presentation. Asante sana, the presentation was good because going by what we can see on the chart, the questions are so many, they are coming, the reactions are coming quick and fast. That shows that the presentation is well understood and people are getting some reaction there. So I'll go straight to the question. Asante, I can see you appreciating Flossie. There's a Nancy said that you'll never miss again. Asante sana, karibu. We have Tony who is talking about real estate. For this particular solution, it's only for those customers who are dealing with stock. So, but Tony, that doesn't mean that we do not have a solution for you. We have solutions for those who are in real estate. We have a product we call KMRC, a mortgage that is going where we finance property purchase, construction at an interest rate of 9%, which is very competitive. So visit one of our branches and you'll be able to speak to our relationship officers, and they'll be able to assist you. The last question that I can take as I hand over to Flossie, there's a client who asked about how do you know one is an entrepreneur. For entrepreneurship, I can say, turn your passion into a business opportunity. You might be an artist, you draw. That is an opportunity that you can turn into a business opportunity. It's a skill. It's something you have passion for, and you turn it into a business opportunity. You have maybe a talent for cooking, a talent for singing, and you turn it into a business opportunity. So that is how you identify entrepreneurship, and also getting into this learning of this material. So Flossie, there's a client who asked about, you can see there's a very attentive client by the name Mutisia, son of Rosemary. He has really done his maths, and he's asking about the pricing. So I think Flossie, you can take up this question. He's asking about the clarification. Remember, these are short-term facilities that you may not, the normal pricing of how you calculate the interest might not be able to apply, but I hand over to our expert Flossie to handle that query about the different pricing for this product. So Flossie, over to you. You can see that time is not on our side. So please, we have Julius on the requirement, so you can handle that question, and generally about the stock financing so that we wrap it up. And thank you so much for that presentation. Over to you, Flossie.
Thank you so much, Mary, and thank you, Mutisia. Mutisia, I think maybe I didn't get it, or maybe I didn't come out clearly on the 0.3%. That is just a commission, and there is no additional interest on that. So it is just 0.3% commission for the Bamburi cases and the fuel. There is no additional 2.5%. When we charge you 0.3% flat per week, there is no other additional charge. The same thing applies to 0.5% flat commission on processed goods, that is food and beverage. There is no additional charge. So that is to give a bit of clear communication on that. There is no other charge on interest. We only charge commission for those ones for 1 week. Thank you. You can see there is
Flossie, you can
yes.
see there's a question from Mutisia on what happens when one is unable to pay, then on how to apply when one is unable to pay within the 2 weeks. Then the other one from Everest is asking on how to apply. And then there's a Luke asked about LPO financing if there's a new plant with Cooperative Bank. And I think Catherine asked about how emergency, I think it's an emergency loan on a house that is vacated. I think we have a solution that, Catherine, you can visit our branch and we can be able to assist you. But Flossie, I hope you got my 3 queries. Mutisia on if he is unable to pay within the 2 weeks, then LPO financing for a new customer, and also how they are able to apply in case they're interested in getting the stock financing. Over to you, Flossie.
Thank you. Okay, I think I had not seen the other query. So for someone who says is assuming you are unable to pay in 2 weeks, there is no problem. We can we'll just come to the branch and explain to us. We understand sometimes you can take a facility and anticipate that things will go well, and sometimes things may not work as agreed. Just walk into your branch, talk to your relationship banker or the manager, and explain to them. We can always see whether we can extend that period or do a restructure on that particular facility. So do not shy away. If things do not work as anticipated, we are a listening bank. Just work to your relationship manager and they'll see how they are going to support you. The period can be extended or the facility can be restructured. For someone who says, assuming I'm a new business to cooperative but have acquired a tender, can I acquire LPO financing? Yes, you can. We'll see how best we can support you. We may need to require security, and we need to see the statements from the other bank, and we'll be able to support you. And someone says, how do I apply? Wish I could see exactly how he has, I'm looking for that question. Okay, how does one get to apply for this? Thank you. Just walk into your branch and we will be able to we will need if it's a limited company, we'll need the minutes authorizing or the resolution authorizing or placing the request. Place your request at the branch. We'll need your KYC documents, and we'll need to see your cash flow so that we can know what exactly amount do you qualify, and the branch will be able to assist you. And remember, as Peter said, we have secured and unsecured facilities. The branch will be able to support you and tell you whether your account qualifies for unsecured or maybe will be required to avail security on the same. Someone says, does it apply to milk farmers? For now, it may not qualify for milk farmers. Yes, milk farmers, no. Does this product support other micro lenders with MSME accounts? This business, this facility, as I've said, it purely deals with customers in stock and for the sectors that we mentioned. For micro lenders, not for now. Yeah, thank you, Mary, and back to you. I think I've answered the ones which are.
Asante sana. Let us appreciate Flossie once more with a clap, with a thumbs up. The session has been very interactive. If you go to, we go by the number of chats that you are getting. This shows that we may need to give you another session next time. So the customer who are out there and maybe you feel that we didn't give you sufficient answers, or some questions we were unable to attend to because of time, please allow us to attend to them next time. We have assessed and we feel that this need more time. So Flossie, if you don't mind, we may call you again for another session so that you may be able to deal with this comprehensively. So once more, we would want to appreciate each and every one of you for joining, for your interaction, for your participation, for being there throughout from the beginning up to the end. And now we are coming to the end of this presentation. And as you can see in our screen, we have the portal for those who are asking how they are able to access this presentation and previous presentation. So please log in there and you'll be able to get all these materials for today and also for the past that we have done in the past. So for now, without wasting time, I would want to end there and ask Peter to please come and wrap it for us. We talked about the upcoming international trip, which I saw one client ask about it, and also end the meeting and this presentation for us. Once more, asanteni sana and karibuni sana. So over to you, Peter, and have a nice afternoon. Asante.
Okay, thank you so much, Mary, for taking us through, and thank you so much, Flossie. Thank you so much, our dear customers. Again, we cannot thank you better. You have always been with us in these sessions, and we hope that you're learning something. We hope that you are growing in your business. We are just here to help you with this. And we normally say that information is power. Our work is to be providing you with information every Thursday. We are looking forward to meet you on Thursday, same time. And we hope that those who are interested in the recordings or the webinars, you have seen the portal. You can just go to our website and you just type MSME down there, Knowledge Hub, and you'll get all the recordings. For the trip, it's still happening. I think we are almost full. I was telling Mary here, we are almost full now. We are on what we call documentation for visa processing. But if there's one or two who is still interested, just feel free to share through the email that had invited you in this. Just let us know that you have the interest. I can share the application form again. We will share the details. This is the trip for Dubai and China for business people who will be trading, those who want to access items that will support you to sell to your customers. Again, we will support you on this stock access, and you meet the suppliers and also the shipping company that can help you to bring your products very, very well. You don't need to do anything. Once you pay, we facilitate everything for you and on your behalf, and we make sure that you have an exciting trip. So in case you're interested, again, I will expect your form, and we will also be communicating through the email, and we update you on the progress. Asante sana. I can see time is not on our side. We normally like closing at exactly 12:30, but time was not on our side. We will have a repeat of the same and even a better session next week, same time. Let's keep engaging and wishing you all the very best. All the best in your business. So I saw a question here. Please don't dismiss a person requesting. Okay, someone has asked what? I'm just checking. To have another person applying. Okay, I don't seem to understand this, Catherine. Don't dismiss seniors above 70. Okay, those senior citizens who are applying for facilities above 70 years, I think we also support them. We just need a co-borrower, and we facilitate you with this as products that we have. Okay, so I think, Mary, we can close it at that. You can close at that, pray for us, brief prayer, be put there, have another session, same time next week. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Peter. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, once more we come to you this afternoon with thanksgiving in our heart, Jehovah, for the session that we have had, O God. We ask, Jehovah, for the beginning of the session to be with us, O God. And surely we can say that we have seen you, and Jehovah, you have been with us, O God. We pray that, Lord, for our customer, you will bless them, you will bless their businesses, O God. And we ask of you that, Lord, even for the information, that the presentation that we have done, oh God, may it be of help to them, oh God, that will help them to improve and increase their businesses, oh God. May we be a blessing to them, oh God, and may they be a blessing to us, oh God. Be with them, oh God, protect them, oh God, in their businesses, oh God. Whatever they are praying for, oh God, Father Jehovah, may you meet them at the point of their needs, oh God. We thank you, Lord, and we pray for your protection in them for the rest of the day and for the rest of the week. The Lord, you are going to gather and you're going to go ahead of us, oh God, and you're going to bless us. We pray even for the bank, oh God, even for this great initiative that we are having, oh God. May you bless the management of this bank, oh Father Jehovah, that even the initiatives that we are coming up with, oh God, give us the wisdom, Father, dear Lord, that will help our customer, Jehovah. We thank you and we adore you. For this we pray, believing and trusting in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you, Mary.